Good Wednesday morning, South Carolina weather watchers. I'm the host for South Carolina weather, Joseph Peterson. Let's go ahead and start off with your weather for your Wednesday morning. Looking at South Carolina right now, obviously precipitation for pretty much everybody. So if you're not getting rain right now, you're one of the lucky ones. But right now, most of South Carolina is getting rain right now, and we do have a couple of warnings. We do have a flood advisory for mainly the Columbia metro region, Camden, Elgin, Gaston, I think, Eastover, Lexington, South Congaree, Gilbert, and Hopkins is all inside of that flood advisory. The reason why they put it up is because minor flooding in low-lying and poor drainage areas. Between 1 to 1.5 inches of rain has already fallen up there in Columbia, and additional rainfall amounts of another inch are expected. So, gotta watch out for that if you're in the Columbia region. But let's go ahead and go out and talk about the entire United States. So, if we push this up and we start this going and get our drawing thing out. So obviously we have rain. The entire East Coast is not getting rain, but most of it is. We there goes that line of severe storms that was going through Florida last night. Some really good pictures that people took yesterday. We do have blobs of rain going through North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio, all the way up to like the Northeast. And then we also do have snow as well up here for places like North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, places like that. We also do have some snow up here inside Montana, and then we do have some snow and some rain over here as well for the west as well. We're going ahead and move forward. We do have that cloud cover. Obviously, a lot of cloud cover is going on right now. Everyone right now is covered. So don't have to worry about, thinking like, oh, is the clouds going to clear up anytime soon? Probably not. Here's our current temperature: 55 in Greenville, 59 in Columbia, 64 in Charleston, 61 in Myrtle Beach, 59 in Florence, 61 in Sumter, 68 in Savannah, 64 in Augusta, 62 in Walterboro, 62 in Moncks Corners, 55 in Rock Hill, 62 in Loris, 59 in Greenwood, and 57 in Anderson. So that is our current temperatures right now. Now here is our maximum temperatures right here for today. 68 in Columbia, Sumter, and Florence. 66 in Myrtle Beach. 69 in Charleston. 71 in Augusta. 76 in Savannah. 61 in Anderson. 59 in Greenville, Spartanburg. So those are our maximum temperatures for today. Here's our maximum wind gusts for the next 24 hours. Wind gusts can get to around 10 to 20 miles an hour, I'd say, throughout most of South Carolina. So not really anything concerning that we have to watch for. It's just mainly if you're near the coast or if you're up there in the upstate to where you can start seeing those 20s. But if you're in like the Midlands or just inland, around 15, probably all you're going to get. Here's our max precipitation for the next 24 hours. We obviously are going to have a lot of rain. So starting from now until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, around an inch Sumter, 1.1 inside of Florence, 0.6 inside of Myrtle Beach, 0.5 inside of Charleston, 0.6 for Anderson and Greenville, 0.3 for Augusta, and those are our totals, and a half an inch for Columbia if I did not say that already. And here's our radar to kind of like confirm. If we go ahead and move this thing forward, you can obviously that rain travel through. And then we have a second round that comes through right behind it, bringing potentially some strong downpours, maybe even a couple of thunderstorms as well. But I do have to show something, and this is pretty much all it's showing. So here we go. If we go ahead and move on, here's our marginal risk of severe weather for today for Texas and Florida. But if you look at us, look at that. I was pointing out yesterday, I said something can start here, and the Storm Prediction Center does agree with me. We do have a marginal risk of severe weather now for Columbia, Charleston, Myrtle Beach, Savannah, Beaufort, all these places are in here. Augusta's almost in it. But yes, here's our marginal risk of severe weather. So we're just waiting to see what happens. When will those storms produce? And we're probably going to be around like the afternoon time frame is when we're probably going to see those storms. Here's our excessive rainfall outlook as well. But actually, before I actually talk about excessive rainfall, I should go on ahead and move on and talk about actually our day 4 risk. Because if you see this is Saturday. We are just barely out of the day 15 risk for severe weather. So that does not mean that we're just going to be, oh, we're exempt from getting severe weather now, because we could be put under the marginal risk. But so we're just going to wait and see. But right now, it's not looking like severe weather will be a threat for us right now. Just for right now, the ingredients are there, but we're just going to have to wait and see. So we'll talk about that later tonight. But here's our day 1 excessive rainfall outlook. We do have a slight risk for excessive rainfall for eastern North Carolina, for New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New York City, eastern Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Maine. So all those places that I just called out are under excessive rainfall outlooks. We do have a marginal risk that spans from Maine going through Vermont, New Hampshire, New York, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Florida, towards like Miami, West Palm Beach, and then California, like Santa Barbara, San Diego, and Los Angeles. So if you know anybody inside those regions, especially up there in the Northeast towards New York City, please let them know that they're under a slight risk of excessive rainfall, meaning that they're 15% chance of seeing flash flooding today. So thank y'all so much for watching this forecast video this morning, and I'll see y'all later this evening with another forecast update.